Rexel is a French group founded in 1967, that specializes in the distribution of electrical supplies to professional users. It distributes products and services in the areas of automation, technical supply and energy management. The offerings cover a wide range, including lighting, security, automation, climate control, communication, building automation and renewable energies. The group has 2,200 sales outlets in 38 countries and 30,000 employees. The company positions itself as a leader in its market. History equals 1967-90 a Euro creation, CDME, from French to international equals, the Rexel Group originated from the Compagnie de Distribution de Motor copyright Réel Electrique, created in 1967 by Compagnie Lebon. CDME was created by the merger of four companies. Specialized in the sale of electrical supplies, the company developed in France by acquiring family-run regional companies. In 1978, CDME launched a branch for the distribution of professional electronic and computing equipment, and diversified into the industrial supplies trade. From the 1980s, CDME developed in European and international markets, establishing a presence in Cyprus, Saudi Arabia, Portugal, Benelux, the Federal Republic of Germany, Singapore, and Canada. In 1983, CDME entered the unlisted securities market of the Paris Stock Exchange. It was at that time that it became the leading distributor of electrical supplies in France with more than 20% of the domestic market and a 6% share worldwide. In 1986, the company established a presence in the United States. At that time, it had around 350 sales outlets, including 65 abroad. In 1987, the Compagnie Française de l'Afrique Occidentale became CDME a Euro unregistered trademark S largest shareholder. Equals 1990-2005, the construction of the Rexel Group equals, Pinault Group acquired a majority stake in CDME in December 1990. CDME was then the biggest distributor of electrical supplies in France, Belgium and Portugal. This new subsidiary represented 38% of the Pinault Group revenue. In June 1993, CDME merged with Groupe Elec Distribution. The group adopted the Rexel name. In the 1990s, the group refocused its business on the distribution of electrical supplies, selling most of its professional electrical distribution business in 1988 and in 1994 its subsidiary GDFI, the leading French distributor of industrial supplies. Gradually, the group a Euro unregistered trademark S subsidiaries undertook the brand name. Wilcox & Gibbs in the United States became Rexel Incorporated in 1995. Rexel Italia was created in 2000 from the merger of 10 Italian subsidiaries, and the first joint venture was created in China under the Rexel Heilongxing name. In 2001, Rexel generated 75% of its revenues abroad. At the time, the group had acquired a preeminent role in its sector with 1,900 sales outlets and 25,000 employees in 33 countries, and it was actively pursuing its acquisitions policy. Equals 2005-11, Worldwide Development equals, the PPR Group announced the sale of Rexel, which became definitive on March 16, 2005 when a capital stake was acquired by a consortium made up of Clayton, Dubilier and Rice, Orazio, and Merrill Lynch Global Private Equity. Rexel delisted from Paris Stock Exchange on April 25, 2005. In 2006, in addition to the 29 small and medium acquisitions made during this period, in 2006 the group bought General Electric a Euro unregistered trademark S American distribution subsidiary, GE Supply, which it renamed Gexpro, becoming the sector's largest company in North America and Asia Pacific. Gexpro reinforced the group a Euro unregistered trademark S service business among industrial key accounts. In 2007, Rexel launched a joint takeover bid with the Sonpa Group for the Hegemia Group, which was the global number 3 at the time. In March 2008, it acquired a majority stake in Hegemia a Euro unregistered trademark S European assets. Following this acquisition, the group doubled its revenues in Europe, increased its sales outlets in the region by 50%, and established a presence in 5 new countries. In 2007, Rexel changed its structure and became a limited liability company with a management board and a supervisory board. The company was floated on Euronext Paris on April 4, 2007. In 2008, the group's share of the global market for distributed professional electrical supplies stood at approximately 9%. It had 2,500 sales outlets across 34 countries. In 2011, the company undertook new acquisitions in emerging markets. It acquired Lucky Welzineng in China, Nortel Supramentos Industriais in Brazil and Yantran Automation in India. 2012, new company plan OE Energy and Motion In early 2012, the group acquired the companies Delamano and Toll, becoming a leader in the Brazilian market. It also expanded its presence in the U.S. with the strategic acquisition of Platt Electric Supply. Year 2012 also marks the appointment of Rudy Prevost as chairman of the management board and CEO, succeeding Jean-Charles Pors. In May, the company unveiled its 2015 ambitions and presented its Energy and Motion Company Plan. 2014, new governance. In May 2014, Rexel moves to a new one-tier governance structure with board of directors. Activities: Rexel provides the entire range of equipment necessary for installing and using electricity, mainly in residential, commercial and industrial buildings. The group also supports projects for major industrial infrastructures. Over the last few years, Rexel has developed low-energy solutions, as well as products using renewable energies, solar and wind power, geothermal and aerothermal energy. Lines of business. Design and distribution of electrical solutions. Rexel designs, advises and markets electrical solutions based on major manufacturers' unregistered trademark offerings. The company carries out its distribution business through generalist and specialist outlets as well as e-commerce systems. Rexel relies on 127 logistical centers worldwide for its sales outlets and clients. Clients. In 2014, 58% of its clients were electrical installation engineers, 22% manufacturers, component manufacturers and panel builders, 9% retailers and housing transport infrastructures, and 11% local authorities, public bodies, resellers and DIY superstores. Strategy. The group unregistered trademark strategy is based on 4 strategic priorities: profitable growth, accelerate profitable growth both organically and through acquisitions, active resources management, optimize asset utilization and allocation of resources for increasing returns, culture of cooperation, leverage capabilities and synergies across the group and stimulate value-added partnerships with key suppliers and customers, excellence in operations, enhance productivity and service levels to drive commercial effectiveness and supply chain performance. Brands. The Rexel Group has a sales network of around 40 brands, the largest of which are Rexel, Platt Electric Supply, Gexpro, Westburn, Needco, Hogemia and Electroscandia. Rexel, the group unregistered trademark's main brand, is present in the various countries: Australia, Belgium, Chile, China, the Czech Republic, France, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Portugal, Canada and the United States among others. The Hogemia brand is present in 2 countries, Germany and the Netherlands. Originally Norwegian, the Electroscandia brand is present in Northern and Eastern Europe. The group also has around 40 generalist and specialist brands in North America, Latin America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. Corporate governance. Since 2014, the Rexel Group has operated as a limited liability company with a board of directors. Board of directors. The board of directors relies on the opinions, proposals and recommendations of 3 specialized committees whose members and attributions are set by the board: the Audit and Risks Committee, the Nomination and Compensation Committee, the Strategic Investment Committee. It comprises 9 members, including 80% independent members and 4 women. Rudy Prevost, Chairman and CEO, Frana Section Wahenrad Deputy Chairman and Senior Independent Director, Chairman of the Nomination Committee, Pierluigi Sigismondi, Chairman of the Strategic Investment Committee, Fritz Ra Paragraph-Lich, Chairman of the Audit and Risks Committee, Thomas Farrell, Isabel Mary Semper, Monica Reiber, Maria Richter, Hendrika Verhagen, independent members. Executive Committee The executive team manages the Group unregistered trademark S business activities. It is composed of Rudy Prevost, Catherine Giard, Pascal Martin, Sharon McBeath, Pascal Guyot, Peter Hackanson, Thierry Diarru, Patrick Berard, Brian McNally, Mitch Williams. Previous presidents Jean-Charles Pause, Alain Redhale, Serge Weinberg, Bernard Clerc. Key figures. Financial data Rexel Group unregistered trademark S revenues at December 31, 2014 were €13.1 billion. Geographically, Europe had a 55% share, North America 34%, Asia Pacific 9%, Latin America and other countries 2%. By sector, the service sector represented 43%, residential sector 22% and industrial sector 35%. In 2014, the Group unregistered trademark S operating income was €200 million. Stock market information Rexel was listed on the Paris Stock Exchange for the first time in 1983. The group was then acquired in 1990 by the Pinault Group. On December 13, 2004, the PPR Group signed off on the sale of its subsidiary Rexel to the investment consortium Reinvestment, composed mainly of Clayton Dubilier and Rice, Orazio and Merrill Lynch Global Private Equity. The Rexel Group withdrew from the Paris Stock Exchange in 2005 and re-entered it in 2007. On February 12, 2015, the Campania unregistered trademark S shareholding was broken down as follows: public 98%, Rexel employees, 1.4%, treasury shares, 0.6%. Rexel is included in several share indexes, SBF 120, CAC Mid 100, CAC All Trade, CAC All Shares, FTSE Euro Mid, FTSE 4GU, STOXX 600, STOXX Europe Sustainability, Euro STOXX Sustainability, Dow Jones Sustainability Index and Euronext Vigeo Europe 120. Rexel is also included on the IBEL Excellence Investment Registers in recognition of its performance in corporate social responsibility. Extra financial information The Rexel Group has 40 brands in a network of 2,200 branches in 38 countries. The company has 30,000 employees, including 22.6% women. In 2014, 30 Rexel Group subsidiaries had set up systematic recycling. Social and environmental responsibility Rexel has joined the United Nations Global Compact, through which companies commit to respecting and promoting the 10 key principles of the Global Compact regarding human rights, labor standards, the environment and anti-corruption. Since February 2012, in a partnership with Ashoka, Rexel sponsors social entrepreneurs whose activity relates to the energy. This initiative was strengthened since 2014 with the launch of the Platform for Social Entrepreneurs, created under the aegis of the Rexel Foundation for a Better Energy Future. For employees, the Group unregistered trademark S social welfare initiatives received a trophy for a Euro International Corporate Social Responsibility Euro on December 15, 2010. This trophy was awarded for the Group unregistered trademark SA Euro OE Rexel Plus Protection for Allah Euro Universal Welfare Scheme, which guarantees a minimum level of social protection against occupational hazards in countries where the compulsory regime falls below the standards defined by the group. The Rexel Group has initiated a number of actions to reduce the impact of its business on the environment. Since 2009, 93% of its European branches collect end-of-life electrical equipment from their clients. Many branches also implement selective waste disposal for recycling or reuse. In addition, Rexel modified its shipping practices in many countries in 2009 to reduce the number of vehicles and their fuel consumption. More recently, the company carried out its first carbon report for 2010. Rexel launched in May 2013 the Rexel Foundation for a Better Energy Future, which was created under the aegis of the Fondation de France. Its mission is to improve access to energy efficiency for all based on three key pillars: to improve understanding and raise awareness of energy efficiency, to encourage innovation through research programs and educational projects, and to support charitable community-based projects. Rexel's strategy in terms of sustainable development rely on 5 pillars: developing innovative energy management solutions for its customers to help them optimize their energy consumption, improving the environmental performance of its operations in order to help preserve the world's natural resources and ecosystems, engaging and supporting its employees in order to guarantee them good working conditions and motivating career opportunities, promoting responsible practices in the value chain to ensure the respect of the environment and the health, safety and security of employees and customers, improving access to energy efficiency for all to support civil society in the fight against fuel poverty and to promote the energy transition. References: ABR Rexel, E.N. Paris stock quote, Rexel SA. Bloomberg. http www.practionaircomnode/3539, http www.alacrestor.com. Acquisition SCA acquires Rexel SA from PPR SA through a leveraged buyout 394664, http news.themaze.com. Rexel to acquire GE Supply 489710, http www.rexel.com. Finance acquisition of Hegemia PHP. It equals 19, http www.euronext.com. Press release 1731 EN. Ticket equals 364,320, http www.tradingmarkets.com. Stock alert Rexel SF Rexel to acquire Beijing Lucky Welzine and 1437579 HTML, ABHTTP, www.4traders.com. News, http www.mdm.com. Params 28288, Rexel becomes a leader in the Brazilian market through 2 new acquisitions. Reuters. February 6, 2012. http www.rexel.com. Finance Rexel expands its presence in the USA with a strategic acquisition of Platt Electric Supply PHP. It equals 139, http www.rexel.com. Press Rudy Prevost succeeds Jean-Charles Pause as Rexel's chairman of the management board PHP. It equals 123, http www.rexel.com. Press Investor Day PHP. It equals 141, Rudy Prevost is named chairman and CEO, Catherine Guinard is named deputy CEO Rexel.com. May 23, 2014. Retrieved May 28, 2014. http www.rexel.com. Groupages Key Figures PHP. RUB equals 8 and it equals 67, http www.rexel.com. Groupages Strategy PHP. RUB equals 10 and it equals 4, Beaverton's Platt Electric Supply acquired by French distributor Rexel. The Oregonian. May 18, 2012. Board of Directors Committees Rexel.com. Retrieved January 6, 2014. Board of Directors Committees Rexel.com. Retrieved January 6, 2014. http Rexel.com. Finance Full Year 2014 Results PHP. It equals 210, http www.ppr.com/3539, Reuters. July 29, 2015. http www.reuters.com. Stocks Key Developments. Symbol equals RXLPA. http www.rexel.com. Finance Pages Index PHP. RUB equals 63, Reuters. July 2, 2013. http www.reuters.com. 201302/id USNHUGD 9MP+73+ONE 20130702. UN Global Compact Participant, UN Global Compact Letter of Commitment, List of the Ashoka Organization's partnerships, http www.rexel.com Finance Rexel Group receives award for its Rexel Protection for All Universal Welfare Scheme PHP. It equals 71, http, www.groupahamco article file 199 PDF, Rexel Sustainable Development Report Euro 2009, page 18-19, Rexel Our Sustainable Development Policy. 2014 Rexel.com. Retrieved August 6, 2015. External links, corporate website, US website, UK website, AU website, official Rexel ZBMag regarding electrical efficiency, Platt Electric website, Westburn website, NeedGo website.